Hello, anatomy and physiology students. We have been talking a little bit today about some of the necessary life functions and survival needs that humans and all animals need in order to be able to survive. Your task is going to be your very first project of the semester, and I'm going to use this short video to explain to you what you need to do for this particular project. Okay, so basically what you're going to be doing is making a PowerPoint presentation, just like the one that I'm presenting to you right now. And you're going to use that PowerPoint presentation, excuse me, to communicate to your peers the information that you learn about these survival needs and necessary life functions in a kind of creative and fun way to watch it. So what you're going to need to do first is to open up a PowerPoint, and you're going to see a screen much like this one here, where you can choose one of the pre-made templates, and you can kind of play around with it and make changes to it if you want, but kind of the set color and font and style, that type of thing is there. Or you can choose the blank one and create your own. Just kind of start from scratch and have a blank canvas and do what you want with it. It's up to you. But that's how you will begin your presentation, is just to kind of decide, what's the font going to look like, the color, how creative do you want it to look. Okay? So once you do that, then you have to kind of decide on your content. Now, we're all going to have the same content, but we're all going to present it a different way. So remember what we went over in class today and what you see in your textbook. These are the necessary life functions that we talked about: maintaining boundaries, movement, responsiveness, digestion, metabolism, excretion, and then reproduction and growth. So you're going to want to have a minimum of one slide for each one of these necessary life functions. Then we also talked about the survival needs. These are things that we need from outside of our bodies in the environment in order to do all of those necessary life functions. So that's going to be the nutrients, oxygen, water, appropriate body temperature and heat, the way our bodies can generate our own heat, and then atmospheric pressure. So that's going to be your content. And again, you want to have a minimum of one slide for each one of these. Then what you can do is you can do some research, minimal research, using your textbook, using Google. Google one of those necessary life functions and see what you come up with. See if maybe it explains it in a better way than your textbook does. But on each slide, you're going to want to present, that little bit of information about that particular necessary life function or survival need, and then you'll put it in text on a slide. Then what you want to do is you can use Google and be creative. Find images that you feel represent that particular life function or survival need. You might want to find a GIF that is cute and funny to kind of explain that. Something that when your peers watch it, that will help them to remember it, and it'll help you to remember it as well. So when you Google any of those necessary life functions or survival needs, like what I did here, I Googled maintaining boundaries, and then I clicked on images. And this is just a few of the images that came up. Some of them you might think that really doesn't have anything to do with what maintaining boundaries in the human body is, but maybe you might find other ones that do pertain to that. Okay, and just some final guidelines to keep in mind when you do your presentation. Make sure that your first slide is a title slide to introduce the presentation, as if you were presenting it to somebody outside of our class and they had no idea what any of these life functions or survival needs are. Also, make sure you include your name. Like I said before, you should have a minimum of one slide for each necessary life function and survival need. And then once it's all finished, you have your choice of how to present it. You can present it in front of the class, and if you're a little shy and uncomfortable about getting up in front of our peers, then what you can do is you can record your presentation into a video like I did with this one. It's very easy, and I can show you how to do that if that's something that you would like to do. So good luck with your presentation. Let me know if there are any questions. You can rewatch this as many times as you want, and we will talk soon.